Do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, like, share, comment, hit the bell button. I will see you guys next time. Now the final one is pivot picks or turning pivots. So I'll give you this angle as if I'm throwing to the camera here, okay? My setup here is my throwing side shoulder is going to be pointed towards my target, okay? My toes and my feet are underneath my hip joints. So if I'm standing in this position here, my hip joints, my feet are directly underneath it, okay? So I'm in this position here. I'm raising my arm into inside 90-degree flexion with a neutral wrist on all of these as well. We haven't talked about wrists, but we want a neutral wrist. We don't want it cocked down or cocked back. We want a neutral wrist here. So I'm in a neutral wrist position. I am relaxing my upper trap, and what I'm doing is I'm turning my glove side foot and pivoting that foot and turning my upper half, so I'm in this position here. Okay, so I'm in my arm cocked position. Once I'm in this position, I'm going to throw and finish all the way back to my glove side, and I'm basically finishing how I started. I'm starting squared up in this position here. I'm throwing in that direction. I'm turning my upper half, pivoting my back foot, throwing from this spot and following through all the way back. Remember, staying within 90-degree flexion in this drill. Okay, so as I'm coming back, look, I'm staying there the whole time. That ball is by my throwing side ear, essentially the whole time, as a physical cue for yourself. But once I get back, I want to feel like I'm pinching back into my scap, right? You should almost see that elbow clearing on this side of my back, right? And then I'm going and I'm throwing that ball. Now, a couple mental things about this drill. We don't want our arm to generate any energy within this drill. We want our arm to regulate all of the energy that's being transferred up our body through the pelvis and the trunk and the upper half into the arm. The best way I can describe this is if you've ever seen a little kid. We've all seen little kids just do this, right? They're going back and forth, back and forth. Little kids do this all the time. When you do this, your arms are creating no energy at all. They're essentially regulating the energy that you've created through your trunk. And that's the type of feel that I want when I'm doing turn and pivots or pivot picks. If I'm throwing in this direction here, so my throwing side shoulder is to the target. If I'm throwing in that direction there, I am turning. And once I decide to fire the trunk, my arm should just fall out. My arm gets into elbow extension and just falls out and makes a throw. So I'm in this position and I make the throw and I follow through all the way back. There's a couple cues in terms of the follow through. You should almost feel like if that ball were to bounce back to you, you can almost catch the ball with the glove side behind your back. So if I'm throwing back in this direction, I throw, and if it were to bounce back to me, my arm is to follow. My throwing hand is essentially chasing my glove hand, and I am catching the ball right there behind my back. So that's a little cue so you understand rotation and deceleration patterns all the way back.